Hey, what's going on? Hope everybody's doing okay. And it's been quite some time since I've been on. It's actually been a couple weeks, I think. So I just wanted to come on and share some encouragement with you all and just say it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to work your process and to go through whatever you need to go through in order to get to the other side, to be in a better place and a position in your life. So, it's been a crazy couple weeks, just honestly. Still in some places in my life that I am frustrated in. I am tired of being in. Feel like there's things that I've been waiting on God for and just haven't seen those things. And it's several different areas of my life. And honestly, just being in that place of frustration, moments with God that I'm angry, and just revealing to Him the realness and the truth of my heart. And that's not always easy to do because I don't know why, maybe for myself, but you always felt like God growing up was like this mean God, and that's not what He is. He's love, right? But coming to Him and being able to express what we're going through and being transparent, sometimes what we have to say isn't always maybe the nicest. But if we're being honest and we're being true about what's in our hearts, how else is He going to help us through that if we're not transparent with Him about the ugly, right? So anyway, God had kind of gave me this vision, or this, it was a vision, and in it was a care plan. And I was like, okay, I'm a nurse by trade. And when you have a care plan, it's something that we utilize in order to treat our patients, or we utilize that care plan in order to carry out the things that are necessary to take care of that patient. So as a nurse, we assess situations. We look at the medical records. We look at the patient's physical functioning, whether that's their vital signs. We do their lungs, heart, that kind of thing. And based on our assessment, right, we come up with a nursing diagnosis. And then based on the nursing diagnosis that we come up with for that patient, then that's where planning is involved. So during that planning, we're basically setting goals for this patient and where we want to see that patient get to. Because obviously they're in a position where either, they're there for care in the sense of some medical issue, right? So we're setting goals for them and wanting them to achieve those goals so they can get better. So we write out goals and then we implement those goals. And so we implement the goals, but then we go back and then we are going to reassess, did those goals work? So God was just showing me this is what it's like for our lives and how it should be in our own lives. We need to assess the situation. We need to look at the situation. Okay. What am I going through? What am I going to do about it? Right. And so let me say, so we're going to assess the situation. What am I dealing with? What am I going through? Okay. And based on that, what is the conclusion of the matter? And then based on what we conclude, okay, so what are we going to do to change it? Right? So what goals am I going to set for myself? What are some areas of improvement that I need to see within myself, right? So I need to set goals. Based on those goals, then we have to implement, right? So we need to implement those goals, right? Follow through, carry it out for a time. Doesn't have to be a year, maybe it's a goal of a month, maybe it's a goal of 2 weeks, maybe it's a goal of 3 months, whatever is attainable and achievable. Don't set unrealistic goals, right? Because then if you don't meet that mark, then you're going to be upset at yourself. So set the goals, implement them, and then you're going to reassess during the goal that you set or the time frame that you set. Did you achieve those goals? And if you didn't, then what we do, we go back and we're going to readjust those goals. Okay, so what can I change? What can I do differently in order to make this part of my life successful? Okay, and so we're going to write new goals and then we're going to implement those. And then we're going to do the same thing for the time frame that we set. We're going to go back and we're going to reevaluate. Did I carry it out? Was it successful? And is there anything I need to change, or was there massive improvement? So the whole goal is to get better in those areas. And so, the one thing that kept coming to my mind just this past week has been, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to work your process, but what are you going to do about it? Are you just going to lay there and die? Not literally, but are you going to lay there and wallow in it? What goals can you set for yourself? What is causing that problem? And what can we do to change it? And so it's okay to not be okay, but then at some point, we have to get up. At some point, we have to deal with those things that are in our lives, and we just feel stuck. We feel stagnant. We feel like there's no moving forward, and we're not headed in the right direction for our life. We have to get to a place where we are doing things that are healthy for us, for our own mental health, for our own physical health. And a lot of times, I know, especially for women, we will always put the needs of others before ourselves at times. And that's not always good. Sometimes you have to consider what is healthy for you and what is going to be best for you in situations, and not always considering everybody else in the situation. And I'm not talking about it in a selfish way, but if you are in a place to where you are needing healing in your life in many areas, you have to take time for you, and you have to care about your emotional and your mental health. You have to. It is the most vital organ as I see it, because the mind is what drives everything. It drives the whole course of our life. So if I'm not good here, then how am I going to move forward in every other area of my life? So I just want to encourage you, set some goals for yourself, begin to implement whatever it is that is going to help you achieve those goals. One step at a time. I know I have multiple areas in my life, but if I write out every single thing that I'm trying to accomplish and do, and I write all these goals and I don't accomplish it, I'm probably going to be hard on myself for not getting there, right? So be realistic about whatever it is you're faced with, whatever you're going through. So it's about self-care. It's about learning to move beyond emotions. It's learning to move beyond where we've always been. We don't want to keep doing the same things. If we want different results, we got to do things differently. And every process for each person will be different. But I just really feel it strongly. Like some of us have just been in a cycle of the same thing, feeling stuck, unmotivated, just not wanting to be in the Word, don't want to spend time with God, almost in a place where, yeah, I'm just upset about where I am. But then we have to realize I'm a part of how my life plays out and where this goes. So I need to stay close to God. So I need to be in my Word. I need to be in fellowship with God. But I have to move. I have to take a step in the right direction for me. So I just hope this encourages someone today. Just know you're not alone in wanting to move forward in life, that you're not alone in feeling like you've been in the same pattern or the same cycle for week after week, month after month. We all get there, and we've all been challenged with a lot of trials this year, or even last year into this year. So just continue to work your process with the Lord. Don't be too hard on yourself. If you have to step back from unhealthy situations, or maybe just they're healthy situations, it's just you're not there. You're not in that place to where you can be in it. Take your time, and don't ever feel guilty or wrong for having to take a season in your life to where you need to get your life together and get your mental health together or your heart together. So I hope that it encourages you, and I just love you guys. God bless you, and keep going the journey with the Lord. I love you guys. Be blessed. Peace.